You won't believe what went down at the NFL honors. Snoop Dogg just put NFL legend Bill Belichick on blast, and the internet is going absolutely wild. Snoop took the mic and, in classic Snoop fashion, dropped a joke so brutal that people in the audience didn't know whether to laugh or cringe. He called out Belichick's relationship with 24-year-old Jordon Hudson. And let's just say, it got awkward real fast. But here's the real question. Was Snoop just messing around, or was he exposing something that's been a hot topic for months? And more importantly, how did Belichick and his much younger girlfriend react? Strap in, because this one's going to be explosive. What exactly did Snoop say? All right, let's break this down. When Snoop Dogg took the stage at the NFL honors, everybody expected some laughs. But nobody expected him to go after Bill Belichick like this. He made a joke about Belichick's new girlfriend, and the crowd erupted. Some fans loved it, calling it the funniest moment of the night. Others, not so much. They thought it was totally out of line. And here's where things get really interesting. Bill Belichick's reaction. Belichick's reaction. Did he just get exposed? Now, we all know Belichick. The man is basically a stone-cold football robot. No emotion, no reaction. And that's exactly what happened here. While the entire room was laughing, Belichick just sat there, like this. Some say he was just brushing it off. Others say he was actually embarrassed. But the real question is, why did Snoop even bring this up in the first place? Because let's be honest, Bill Belichick is a football genius, but he's not exactly known for being a romantic icon. So when he went public with 24-year-old Jordon Hudson, people were shocked. But who is Jordon Hudson? And how did she end up in a relationship with one of the most legendary coaches in NFL history? Who is Jordon Hudson? Let's talk about Jordon Hudson, the woman at the center of all this drama. If you don't know her name yet, don't worry. You're about to. Jordon Hudson is a former college cheerleader and pageant queen. She's young, she's ambitious, and she's been linked to Belichick since at least 2023. But here's where things get wild. Their age gap? 48 years. Yes, you heard that right. Almost half a century. And trust me, the internet has not stopped talking about it. Some people think it's no big deal. After all, celebrities date younger partners all the time, right? But others say this relationship is just weird. And that's why Snoop's joke hit so hard. But hold on, was this just a joke? Or was Snoop Dogg calling out something much deeper? Is Snoop Dogg calling out a double standard? Here's the thing. Age gap relationships aren't new in Hollywood, sports, or anywhere in the celebrity world. But the reactions? They're completely different depending on who we're talking about. When Leonardo DiCaprio dates a woman half his age, people make jokes but move on. When Al Pacino had a kid with his much younger girlfriend, it was a headline for a few days, then forgotten. But when it's Bill Belichick, the internet goes crazy. Some people say it's because Belichick has never been the type to be in the celebrity spotlight like this. Others say it's because his past relationships have been way more private. But here's the twist. Some fans are saying that Snoop Dogg wasn't just making fun of Belichick's relationship. He was calling out the hypocrisy in how we treat different celebrities. Some people laughed and moved on. Others are wondering, was Snoop actually exposing something bigger? And if so, how does Jordon Hudson feel about all this? Jordon Hudson speaks out. Now, so far, Jordon Hudson hasn't made any public statements about Snoop's joke. But people are dying to know. How does she feel about being the punchline of one of the biggest NFL events of the year? Some fans think she's totally fine with it. After all, she's dating one of the most famous coaches in sports history. And she knew this kind of attention would come. But others say maybe not. Did she sign up for this level of media scrutiny? And what about Belichick? Is he starting to regret going public with their relationship? The internet's final verdict. If there's one thing we've learned from this, it's that the internet never holds back. Some people think this is the funniest moment of the NFL honors. Others say Snoop crossed the line. But at the end of the day, it proves one thing. Belichick and Jordon Hudson are now officially one of the most talked about couples in sports. So what do you think? Did Snoop Dogg go too far? Or was this just classic comedy at its best? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's settle this debate once and for all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the next big sports controversy. Snoop Dogg's joke on Bill Belichick just exposed the NFL. The backlash is insane. The aftermath. Did Snoop Dogg go too far? Alright, so we've all had a good laugh at Snoop Dogg's joke, but now that the dust is settling, there's one big question people are asking. Did Snoop actually cross the line? Some people say, come on, it's just a joke. Belichick is a public figure, he can handle it. But others think this was straight up disrespectful. Think about it, Bill Belichick is not just some random guy. We're talking about a 6-time Super Bowl winning coach, a man who built the Patriots dynasty, someone who is literally considered one of the greatest minds in football history. So was it really fair for Snoop Dogg to put him on blast like that in front of the entire NFL world? Because let's be honest, this wasn't just a joke, it was a power move. Snoop Dogg took one of the most serious no-nonsense figures in football and turned him into a punchline. And it wasn't just a lighthearted jab. This was a deep cut. So now the debate is raging. Was this all in good fun, or was Snoop actually trying to embarrass Belichick? Why did Snoop go after Belichick? This is where things get even more interesting. Snoop Dogg is a huge football fan. He's been around the NFL for decades, hanging out with players, performing in Super Bowls, and even coaching youth football teams. And guess what? He's a lifelong Steelers fan. And if you know anything about NFL rivalries, you know the Steelers and Patriots have a long and bitter history. For years, the Patriots have been the ultimate villains for Steelers fans. They've crushed their playoff dreams, outplayed them in big games, and let's not forget the whole Spygate and Deflategate scandals that made people question just how legit those New England championships really were. So is it possible that Snoop's joke wasn't just about Belichick's relationship? Could it have been a little bit of payback for all the years the Patriots dominated the NFL? Some fans think so, because let's be real, Snoop could have made a joke about anyone that night, but he chose Belichick. And he didn't just make a joke about football, he went straight for the personal life. So now people are wondering, was this just classic comedy, or was there something deeper behind it? Belichick in the NFL, is there a double standard? This whole situation is bringing up another big question. Does the NFL have a double standard when it comes to how different people are treated? Let's look at the facts. When Tom Brady got divorced and started dating models half his age, people barely blinked. It was just another day in the life of a sports superstar. But when Bill Belichick, a 71-year-old coach, dates a 24-year-old woman, suddenly it's the biggest scandal in football. Why is that? Is it because Brady is a pretty boy quarterback and Belichick is a grumpy old coach? Or is it because people just aren't used to seeing Belichick in the spotlight for something other than football? Think about it. For decades, Belichick has been the ultimate no-nonsense guy. No social media, no drama, just football. So when his personal life suddenly became headline news, people didn't know how to react. And that's why Snoop's joke hit so hard. Because it wasn't just about Belichick's relationship, it was about the fact that Belichick, for the first time in his career, was being treated like a celebrity instead of just a coach.